Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tavares, and we're going to be looking at the Shoe Stats October 2023 Mario Power Rankings. This is a top 100 of all the Mario players in the world that Shoe Stats has compilated together. He did a top 10,000 player algorithm that was amazing to see. It was like interesting to see where everyone was lined up against each other in the world. The algorithm will be in, or the website for it will be in the description if you want to check it out. Shout outs to him, and shout outs to smashbase.gg. Now I'm just gonna be reacting to this, trying to figure out who I think is a little high, a little low, based on what I think their very general skill level is, not really how the algorithm depicts them to be, and what names I actually recognize. But top 100 is kind of crazy. First, I wanted to point out myself, as a top 10, which is kind of nuts. But being number 10, pretty cool. But I'm just gonna go through, see if I can recognize any people. Nathan as 87, I know he's a really good Mario player, but him as 87 seems a little low. 100, I know him as the Georgia player. There's a lot of countries in here, which is really cool. I really enjoy that. Fernando, I definitely know. Nova, I know. Let's see. Zephyrus, I know. Ninja, yeah. And the more you go up, the more I recognize a lot of these names. Simon, yes, for sure. Pfeffel, Dre, Gen V, who I lost to a long time ago. Still gotta get that run back on him. Let's see. Fez Khalifa, yeah. Interesting he's this low too, because I expect him to be like in the top 20 range of Mario's, but yeah. But we're gonna go to this is where it starts getting really interesting. So Gamer Dog, pretty good. I think he was also a Steve player, but yeah. Perkinips, yeah, really good. Master Mario 36, even though he's retired, definitely makes sense. He's really good, and when he was playing, he was really good. So it makes sense that he'd still be this high, even though he's retired from the game and hasn't entered anything. Dude's cracked. Like, he's at least a top 10 Mario when it comes to skill. Ave 35, I think Ave deserves to be at least like in the top 20 range. Aves does, I think it's probably because Ave just hasn't done that crazy at majors and doesn't have that crazy major run to put them up there. But Ave is crazy good and has a lot of good wins. Super Dan, very good. Philip, yeah. Spam Cop, also a really good Mario player. I expected to be in top 20. Canadian Mario player, but he's been more of a recent resurgence and done really well. So I guess that does make sense. Kaba Yeezy 25th. Let's go Kaba Yeezy. Definitely has some good wins here and there. Skaty the Pooh, also really good. So we're going to the top 21. Vegeta I thought was a Falco, but I guess maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Super Dog recently popping off, beating MK Leo, beating SkyJ. I think he's just gonna go way higher. Beating MK Leo and SkyJ already puts him in like top 10 Mario when it comes to wins, but you know, I think he's still pretty recent. I haven't heard of him before this point pretty recently, so we'll see what he does in the rest of the year. Tiny Toasters, SoCal Mario, super good, super underground for a lot of people because he doesn't go to that much, but that Mario is cracked. Talk to any SoCal player and you know that they know how good he is. Cobra, also really good. Nona's usually considered the best Mario on Wi-Fi because he's the only one that wants to deal with it, and he does pretty good on Wi-Fi, but yeah, for sure. Peppa, really good. Ludo 14, I expect Ludo to be at least like, if I would say like Ludo, probably at least top 10 for sure, probably like 6 or 7 in my head, but yeah, well, this isn't like a definitive list. This isn't straight up saying skill. This is like results. But even then, Ludo's done a lot better than even I have in majors. But, you know, Ludo is still cracked, of course. Dominator recently popped off, beating Chase and Samsora. So yeah, Charlie the King's Mario up here is so funny to me because Charlie the King obviously is cracked. I'm not sure why his Mario is here, but yeah. Not Braden, amazing Canadian Mario. I think number 2 in Canada right now. Very close set with Riddles. I already did a reaction to that if you want to go check that out. Me in 10th, I've had some pretty good wins. I've beaten Shiny Mark, beaten Jazzo, beaten Anathema, beaten who else would be considered good? I guess Chunky Kong would be considered a good win for now. who else? I'm losing my mind. Yeah, oh, Apollo Kage, of course, Apollo Kage. But yeah, I'm surprised I'm still up here since I had a pretty bad SmashCon run, but maybe it's just because I have other good runs. I just haven't been to that so much. Zenyu's up here. I mean, Zenyu's obviously really, really good. He being taking a set off MKLeo, of course. Doesn't travel that much, but he's still pretty cracked. And being in SoCal already is really good because if you take wins off them, you pretty much take wins off of lots of top of characters in other sections for sure. Let's see. We have No Tag, all cracked MDVA Mario player. And I think this is Shadow. Maybe it's just straight up Shadow. I'm not really sure. But yeah, Shadow, really, really good Mario from Japan. Missing Great Cat, I think is Stroder. Whose Mario is obviously really good, but he's more of a Sora player. He kind of plays whoever he wants, to be honest. But I wouldn't put him as 6, but you know, he probably has results all over the place. Dark Wizzy, already household name, you already know. Cracked Mario player. Yumu, who's switched his tag to Sam T Silver. More underground than a lot of people because they just don't recognize, but his runs are usually crazy. He just doesn't get on stream a lot, which is like, he usually gets like crazy losers runs at majors. Now, fantastic Japanese Mario, Kurama, and then Snow. Now, I think it's strange that Snow's above Kurama, but it might just be because he's in Japan, so he has more crossplay with the Japanese. I don't think Kurama has played many Japanese players, if any. I think he's played like the Ludwig Invitational. He played like Shutan, and he beat Shutan. And he played Akola. Those are the only sets I can remember. It's him playing against Akola and him beating Shutan. So I think Kurama just doesn't have that much crossplay. Obviously, Snow and Now and Shadow are all fantastic Marios that deserve to be up here. But if I were to go in my top 10, I probably would still put Kurama as number 1 for sure. Now probably would be number 2, Dark Wizzy 3, Yumo 4, Snow 5. That's probably the 5 I would have as the top 5 right now. Then it'd probably be like, this is where it's like the next 5 is gonna be interesting. I probably just wouldn't count Stroder since he just kind of plays whoever he wants. Shadow is kind of hard to place for me. I think he's probably still up here, but he has a lot of crossplay with Japanese players. I still need to see him play with more Marios or more out of state to make, or not out of state, out of region to make sure that he can keep up, because obviously he can. He beats a lot of great players in Japan, but it's just hard to know. I haven't seen him out of Japan. But yeah, I still think No Tag would be there. Dominator and Ludo probably would be there as well. I'd probably put them in top 10. Superdog for sure top 10. And maybe number 10, I either put me or Zenyu. I think Zenyu just doesn't travel a lot, but he's obviously cracked the game, so it's probably going to be Zenyu. But it feels weird just putting myself there. But that's just my quick analysis of this. This was a really cool project to see. I hope everyone who is on here I just get to talk to or get to play at some point. I'm going to try to reach out to some of these Marios that are in the States, try to play against them, try to learn from them, and I'll probably put them on the channel soon just to make my own definitive list of the top 100 Marios in the US. If maybe one time, maybe I'll do it. It seems like a lot of work, but I'll be sure to try it out.